Like I sit here and I look at all of you, I can just see the ideas. You got thoughts. You got ideas. You have intuition of what would work. If you're asking me why me or other people have won, is we didn't give a fuck what you thought about our thoughts. We just did it and we fucking let it play out. That's it. That is facts, man. Like the people that break through are the ones who just had a little more courage. They either had what I had, which is a mom that fucking put so much self-esteem in me that I just can't even think I'm not the best in the world. You know, I can't. She just did it. Others came up a different way, had different reasons. Maybe you're numb. Maybe you fucking went the other way. Got beat up so much, you just fucking hit the bottom and you're like, fuck it. Like, got nothing else to lose, right? The video I posted yesterday on Instagram and the one that got like, Andy, it's like 20 million reach on Facebook, where I talk about just fucking fail on purpose, right? Like watching all of you guys interact with that, like I kind of mean that. It's crazy for me that like, I remember, I'll tell you a story I've never told publicly. I went to the White House. Barack Obama invited like 7 people to talk about like tech and communication and like what the fuck was going on. And I remember I sat down, I'm in the Oval Office with Barack fucking Obama, right? And like the CMO of like Amex and Angela, who's now the CMO of Apple, and like these gangster marketing people. And I remember sitting there and I walked in and I sat down and I'm sitting directly from Barack. Oh, by the way, that was the best part. I called him Barack, and everybody corrected me like Mr. President. I was like, oh, sorry. Thought somebody was going to shoot me. And actually, in the slip of the way I called him Barack, that was the only thing I thought about on the Acela on the train back to New York the whole time, which is, fuck it. I've been to the tippy top of a human being. This is the man that runs shit, period, free world. I felt better. And so that's what I want for everybody. Just that feeling where no matter where you are, you just don't care. You really don't. And I know that's hard. And honestly, if you ask me what I'm doing with my content right now, I'm trying to be your shield. I'm trying to make you jump. And if you fail, you just point to me and be like, Gary told me. You know, like, he's the reason I fucked up. He tricked me. He's a piece of shit. I'm sorry. Like, I don't care what you do. Because I know if you'll jump, it's going to feel a lot better. Because it's regret. The reason I keep telling you guys to go to a nursing home is I want you to get face-to-face with somebody who's not your grandparent that has regret coming through their face. And that's what's happening in old person homes. They have regret. I'm telling you right now, they have regret. Like even if you, like I feel already like I can go now and I did good, but I'll still have tons of regret. I'm like, what if and this and fuck, I could have bought the Jets if I stayed alive. You know, like just random shit. Like I'm trying to get people closer to regret because when regret scares you, when like you see regret like a horror movie and it shakes you to your core, you bounce back the other way and you start doing shit because you realize how ridiculous it is that you're not doing stuff because your homie might think it's stupid or because your older brother had better grades than you or because your mom told you were never going to be anybody. And so that's where I'm at. That's where my headspace is at. I'm trying to hack attention. I'm trying to understand and synthesize culture. But most of all, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a Supreme backpack or some Yeezy sneakers or this and that. The thing that's true is like 6, 7 things in life. All this other stuff is disguising. All this other stuff is like fulfilling insecurities. All this other stuff is you expressing yourself to the world of who you are. Most of you are wearing everything you're wearing right now as a quick interaction with everybody else to try to tell everybody who you are. The way you wear your hair. Man's wearing a cap hoodie, right? He's trying to say something. Like, that's what we're doing. And the hair that you've got, you know? Beautiful, by the way. And so, like, we're trying to, like, say something about who we are real quick. And that's why I love and fuck with fashion. Not like I don't love fashion, but I love what it does for us. It helps those of you who don't communicate like I do, communicate. I just want to make sure you're using it to communicate, not close some insecurities that you have and you want to fit in. And that's what I love so much about what's happening now. Is it feels like blank canvas. It feels like, you know what's crazy right now? Is if you've got any kind of audience and you got just a little bit of confidence, you could do anything. If you take the 100 people that have the most confidence downstairs, if they walked in here with an umbrella as a hat, in the first 10 minutes, everybody would be like, what the fuck? And an hour later, people are like, well, where do I get that umbrella? And I'm fascinated by that. And I implore you to get into that mindset. And so I feel like anybody who's sitting here right now is fucking with me, and I hope you understand why you are. Because this is a great era, especially for the subculture that's sitting here. There's a lot of minorities, brown and black and girls, and I mean minorities of not white male, which I am one of. This is the greatest era because the internet's the middleman and nobody stopped. Why the fuck do you think Harvey Weinstein and Kevin Spacey are getting taken down? And by the way, if you're a bad person and you're 60 years old, you're shitting your pants right now. Because you're fucking next. And do you know how happy I am about this? Do you know how happy I am? Do you know how happy I am that the girl sitting third row in the middle, Kate Franklin, like somebody who worked for me for a short period of time, that I know every interaction I had with her. I know what she says behind my back. I know why we're going to meet in an hour and talk again. Like, doing the right thing is always the right thing. And this is finally the era where that's going to play out, because 20, 50 people used to be able to hide shit. And so it's about to get much better or much worse, depending on how you decide to live your life. And so if you go read my first two books, Crush It and Thank You Economy, very subtly and very specifically, I'm telling people the shadows of our society are about to change. That I changed when I learned social media, like in my head, when I was like, fuck, everybody's gonna know everything about everything. And so since 2008, I've just been living a different kind of life, and I just like it. I think the only way to survive and really win is gonna be on good and positivity, and that's crazy. That's super exciting. And so I implore you to know one thing. Everybody I laugh when people, like some of you I just met and some of you I met on, I laugh when I leave a situation, quick selfie, quick hello, quick love, and I walk and I know what's happening. 9 out of 10 times they're like, oh man, thank God he's this nice in person. I was hoping he wouldn't suck. Like it's always good. And I laugh because I find it funny that we've become so cynical because of the world we've lived in for the last 100 years, that being nice or doing the right thing is the positive outcome, right? That it's not the expected. That we're protecting ourselves because we don't want to be let down. That even there's a saying, like, you don't want to meet your heroes. Like, it's so sad. And I don't think that's going to play out the next 100 years. And so most of you were very young in your game, right? You're thinking and you're aspiring in your brain the way I did when I was in this audience of where you're going to be, but it's still 5, 7, 15, 20 years away, right? I just want to make sure that you realize the quickest way, because everybody wants to get here quick. It's always patience. The quickest way to guarantee you'll get to wherever you want to get to is by treating every single person you interact with serious love. Because they will build you. They will put you on your back. And they're also the people that will fucking tear you down behind. You think somebody who's in power, in charge, who's got some juice is the one that you need to be pandering to. Those people aren't doing anything for you. It's the people that you're sitting next to right now. Kindness is going to be the currency. And that is where we're going. And it's fucking beautiful. Like, it's real good. Like, everybody thinks shit's bad now. Let me just tell all of you what's happening in culture where we're spreading apart and we're like in an almost intellectual civil war and everything that's going on. Let me tell you what's going on. And remember that I said it. This is just one step backwards, 2 steps forward. We needed to get exposed because we were hiding under the makeup of the old media landscape. We needed to just come to grips that we still got some shit to get through. And now that it is on, like, we're in it. The lights are on our differences. The lights are on our shortcomings. I'm happy. Because the way you go forward is acknowledging and respecting what the fuck is fucked up. And so I'm very optimistic. I think the next 5 to 10 years are going to suck the way it feels like it's sucking now. I still don't think it's really sucking because you're in control. You can dwell on what you can't control, or you can focus on what you can. And so I'm really excited. I'm really grateful that you guys are spending 45 minutes of your time with everything that's going on downstairs here with me. So thank you, and I appreciate you. So look, I went super heady and like up here and emotional and like up here, but while we've got this 25 minutes, this is the time to get selfish as fuck and let's go real down here, like AKA, yo, how do I sell hats on LinkedIn? All right, my man.
Gary, first of all, thank you. I'm an up-and-coming you said, yo, Gary V show. My name's Zach. I turned 20 on the 20th of November. I'm a Scorpio. Here's the deal. You say, drop a song every day for 365 days. But I'm like, wait, there's no way that can have quality because it's quality over quantity. But honestly, I'm astonishing the reality that way. Let me slow down a bit because my heart is beating. Honestly, I might crash, but it's okay because you say, fuck it, Phil, on purpose. I'm back because I got a purpose. A lot of these people, no one's worthless and no one's worth less than anyone else. Not trying to inspire, but let me acquire the knowledge from you real quick. This is off the top. Anyway, back to the topic. I hope I'm in your top picks when you think about your vlog shit. You know my song on that. It's Zico on SoundCloud. You should search that. Hit this. Anyway, here's the question.
Good job, man.
Upload a song 365 days.
And I think I clarified it in one of the last sessions where I was like, look, and actually we haven't put it out. It was the one with Big Crit, right? Like, I clarified, like, it's, if you've got it like that, put it out like that. My big thing is that Michael Jackson and Prince sat on hundreds of songs we haven't heard. And so, like, to your point, quality, quantity, look what I'm doing. I'm putting out fucking a ton of shit every day. And I have a good feeling, because I'm looking at it every day, you know, that it's quality, right? And so if you can put out 113 songs, do that. And if you can put out 365, do that, because these are at bats. Music's interesting. Music's like content. You're literally one song away. My man, you're literally, like, I need you to really wrap your fucking head around what I'm about to tell you. 15 years ago, you had to get found, you had to get signed, you had to get through this. You know, people talk, you know, when I talk about this, a lot of artists came in, I made a reference to, like, you had to get found by L.A. Reid and then put on, and some girl jumped in the comments on Instant. She's like, and even that doesn't happen. She's like, I was signed with it by L.A. fucking Reid, and I got caught up in the system, and my shit never even came out. So 20 years ago, man, you had no fucking chance. It was fucking 0.00. It was ridiculous. Now you can put something on SoundCloud or Spotify tomorrow, and it just might be the song. So yeah, I want you to put out as much as you've got, and if you only got 6 good songs in you, then you're not gonna have a career anyway, right? And so, or maybe I'm wrong. To, you know, actually, as I said it, I'm taking a step back. One great song is a lot of people's entire career, right? Right? So, you know, let's not call people out. And so, yeah, man, I just want you putting out stuff, right? Like, you know, when I was in Mount Ida College, battle rap was real hot, and like people used to really go up against each other. And some of the shit that I heard is like the coolest, best shit I ever heard. And a week later, I talked to them, and they didn't even remember what they said because they weren't writing and then battling bullshit. They were like really doing it from the top. That's why I have D-Rock, man. Some of the best, you know that fucking video with that little kid in the liquor store where I was like, told him not to worry about YouTube views? They got so many views. That would have been lost in fucking space back in the day. Back in my day 2 years ago, that would have been lost in space. But now that I have them filming, right? Like, so yeah, man, I think the quality, quantity conversation was for a day and age where distribution was different. It's true, but as many at-bats as you can get, because what is crazy is one song. And sometimes it comes early. Lil Yachty it happened fast, right? His one song happened quick. You know, Kylie fucking, you know, or you know, just like, you know, like one person puts it on, you know?
Thank you.
You got it.